Great grand rising, great grand afternoon, grand evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Come on in, come on in, come on in. This is Ilona Sanders. Welcome to another episode of Spiritual Success TV Live, where we're lighting the way to help you create a clear path forward on your personal and spiritual development journey. Take a moment and go ahead and tag friends, family members, anyone else that's going to need to hear this word today. We are doing our closing words. Let me just put a grand rising up here. All right, and we are ready to go. Yes, let's be very interactive today. With that being said, let's do what we do best, and we want to activate the success mind. Come on in, give me a thumbs up, give me a great grand rising. Let me know that you are here on this last Sunday of 2024. With that being said, let's sit with good posture. Opening up our core, our center. We want that oxygen, the energy, the chi to be able to move and flow freely, all right? Hand on heart, hand on core, if you will, and we are ready to go. Relax, beloved, just relax. Relax, relax, relax. Take a good healing deep breath in and exhale through the mouth slowly and fully. Relax. From the crown of the head, allowing the skin over your scalp to relax. That pulls the face muscles down, pull your shoulders down from your ears, and relax. Yes, beloved, come on, let's relax. No anxiety, no nervous stress, no overwhelm. Relax, let go. Breath in through the nostrils. Fill up those lungs all the way and exhale slowly and fully through the mouth. Relax those arms. Come on. Your torso, your midsection, your thighs, your legs, your feet, fingers and toes. Everything is relaxed. Turn that focus inward now. Turn it inward. Tap into the rich inner life, the kingdom of God that is within. Tap in to infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinite grace, a host of anything you desire. It is all within, beloved, all within. Last, for the power, 3 deep breath in through the nostrils, out through the mouth, slowly and completely. We open our hands and just say, thank you, thank you, thank you for another day, for another opportunity. We are rich. We are blessed. We are so fortunate. We are so favored to be here on this last Sunday in this year. Great grand rising, Brian. Thanks for joining us live. Thanks for joining us live. All right. Go ahead, tag friends, family members. Let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. And we are ready to go. So I'm looking at the last couple of emails I sent out to the general community. I want to give you this little tip about when we're activating, about tapping in, learning to breathe properly is why I call it a healing deep breath, because when you breathe properly, right, and this is a proper breath, y'all have seen me do this many times. When you inhale, your abdomen should go out. You inhale, your abdomen should be going out. When you exhale, your abdomen should contract. That is a healing breath that sends oxygen, prana, chi, God-given source and substance through every cell of your being. It sends a signal to the heart to slow down, the blood pressure to come down, the nervous system to relax, the subconscious mind to be open and feel safe, to allow you to feel safe to receive. One more thing I want to say about the power of breath. In our community, we know about the zero mind, 5D realm, right? That fifth dimensional of God consciousness. This, beloved, is the place of victory. It is the space of grace. When you take those deep healing breaths and you exhale, and when you relax for a moment, when you can find that space, it's a calm space right in between the exhale and your next inhale. If you can learn how to relax, tap into that space, that's the place of miracles. That's the place where the angels are free to move and operate. That's the realm of creative miracles. That is the space of grace that will create whatever you need. That's why it's so vital that you learn to breathe properly and relax. This is just another way of tapping in, where we used to lay out and pray in the spirit for hours, praying in other tongues and all that has its place, but there's more than one way to tap the divine realm of God consciousness, God creativity, God inspiration. All right. One more breath and exhale. All right. In our community, that breath is the go-to tool. Anytime you need to shift your focus, shift your perspective, anytime you need a moment, take that breath. No one knows what you're doing. All right. So looking at both the emails I sent out as we prepare to close 2024, if you've been on my social media page, I've been posting closing words, closing out this 2024 year as we are getting ready to approach the Gregorian 2025. But if you follow me in our community, you know that we've already entered the new year, right? We entered that in the fall of the year. So, but what I want to encourage you to do right here, because this is all about being able to end strong and enter empowered. So I'm extending an invitation. If you've never had a private clarity call with me, a private chat, I'm extending an invitation for you to do so this week, right? As we prepare to go in this week and next week, go to my website, elonasanders.com. You could do a /schedule. The calendar will come up. Go in there, pick a day and time that's good for you. We will connect and have a clarity call so that you could be on track for setting up 2025. And that's what I want to talk about today, right? We've kind of been here the last few weeks. It is so important, beloved, so important that you stay tapped into your God self, being consciously aware of your shadow self, but staying tapped into your God self so that you can move forward and create. So I'm going to just look right at the email, what I wrote. Listen, beloved, with so much unfolding on the world stage, let me ask you this question. Are you looking forward to 2025, right? Listen, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. I'm going to just read directly for a minute. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when so many forces seem to be competing to set the narrative for your future. From the troubling discussions around Project 2025 to the international conflicts, inflation, wars, and endless rumors of wars, these stories are dominating the 3D timeline. I'm going somewhere. Watch this. But here's the truth. You're not bound by anyone else's narrative. Put that in your notes. You're not bound by anyone else's narrative, right? This is your time, as I said over and over again, this is your time to chart your own course, create your unique timeline, and take full control of your vision for 2025 and beyond. So what I want to convey to you, I want the spirit and the essence of this urgency to hit your heart, that you will begin to set yourself in alignment and agreement to be able to live with purpose and intention in 25. Now I want to go back because this is serious. On the 3D timeline, you all know there are so many narratives competing for your attention. And just like when all of us have watched the Matrix trilogy, I think it was probably back in the 90s when that came out, right? And there was the red pill and the blue pill, and you had to decide. You have the same choice and the decision today? Are you going to tap into all those narratives being shaped, being crafted by other people's agenda? Or are you going to wake up, become very discerning, discern the times, and then go further to understand what to do in that time, right? So we want to have that kind of grace on our life, that we know what to do because we know how to discern the times. With that being said, I've been stressing this for the last several weeks, how important it is for you to create your timeline. Again, you don't want to be bound by anyone else's narrative, rather narratives on war, narratives on inflation, narratives on chaos, whatever the confusion and the chaos is, beloved, until you can see with divine insight and divine imagination that comes from high 4D, until you can see with clarity and have focus, purpose, and intention, you cannot create a timeline. So how do you create a timeline, right? Whatever is impressed on the mind must manifest in kind. I want you to write that down. Whatever is impressed on the mind will manifest in kind. So whatever you see, whatever you focus on, whatever you believe is going to be reflected in your outside world. You have heard me say that many times. But this is what we want to land on again. So as we prepare to step into the new year, the Gregorian New Year, I'm circling around and doing this again so that I can help you step in with a new beginning mindset. I'm extending this real heartfelt invitation. I'm telling you, if I was you, I would make this a priority to give yourself the gift of clarity, empowerment, and divine alignment. Please write that down. I will give myself the gift of clarity, empowerment, and divine alignment. Now, these are just not words. So what I'm going to do is, starting January 1, right on the New Year Day, and this is a nod back to something we created back in 2010. So we're hitting our 15-year anniversary with early morning empowerment. At 7 a.m., January 1 through January 7. Very brief, 15, 20 minutes tops. But what we want to do is release the first word for the Gregorian 2025. The first word, prophetic release for 2025. And so as we do this at 7 a.m. Eastern, mark your calendar, set some timers on your calendar, January 1 through 7. And if we're led to spill over a few days later to January 10th, maybe, to get to the end of the week, we want to see how we're led and how we want to flow, right? And very soon, when I have gatherings like this, I'm going to be moving it away from the public platform into a more private, maybe Zoom platform or something like that, so that we can do more and discuss more, right? So what's going to happen during this sacred gathering? You're going to give yourself a gift so that you rise above the chaos and live life again with intention and live life with purpose. The sacred gathering is designed to help you reclaim, write it in your notes, your divine sovereignty and power. That's going to be key. You want to come out the gate reclaiming, establishing, sitting in the seat of authority of your divine sovereignty and power. This is going to help you break free from limiting narratives, limiting beliefs, and step into your higher truth. Beloved, it's all about what you decide It's all about what you choose. Number 3, you'll receive tools, insights, and inspiration you need to live life on your own terms. I cannot stress this enough, beloved. Enough is enough is enough is enough is enough. I decree and declare that you have seen your last year of spiraling out of control. Somebody talk back to me. I decree that in your life that this was your last year of having bouts with habits, patterns, cycles, addiction that takes you way below the vibrational frequency you need to be at to continue manifesting your dreams, right? You hold the authority to decide. You hold the authority to decide how you will shape your reality in 2025. And this is what I want you to step into. I command you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, right? To use some old school vernacular, that you detach yourself from other people's opinion, unsolicited advice, unsolicited instructions for your life. That you release that. You release that. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the hearts up. Yes, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's keep this interactive, right? You hold the authority. And I want you to put this in your note and say, I alone have the power and the authority. What does that mean, Dr. E? Not only do you have the dunamis, the dynamite, to just get back into some old Greek words, right? Not only do you have that power, you have exousia. You have authority. You have the legal right to legislate law in this 3D realm, right? Just like here in the U.S., God, I thank you, and so many other countries around the world that are going through elections. They have their houses of commons. They have their parliament. They have the Congress, as we have here in the U.S., right? And the lawmakers, watch this, they legislate and pass laws that is signed into law by the executive branch, and it becomes the law of the land. But beloved, I want you to hear this, because this is when you start waking up and growing up and realizing that in this 3D physical realm of appearance, you are sovereign. Meaning no one and nothing has power and authority over you except you give it to them. That is why whatever you bind on earth is already bound in the heavens. It's already law. So when you loose it in the earth, it's already been loose. It's already law. And you have the divine right of kings. And I'm using that word in the masculine and feminine. You have the right of a woman king, right? To legislate, to pass laws, to solidify it. You have been given that authority way back from the Genesis writer. We have received a dominion mandate. And that dominion mandate says you have authority and power over everything in this 3D realm. Let us make man in our own image, right? Let him have dominion over the birds of the air, the fish of the sea, everything in this 3D realm. You have a dominion mandate that you are the kings. You are the leading authority in this 3D realm. And when you can wake up to that and recognize that you have been given your power and authority to everything that grabs your attention, to every rumor, all the gossip, all the narratives that are in 3D, you've given yourself over to that. And you've given your power to that. But beloved, you alone hold the authority to shape your reality based on what you decide and what you decree. This is why we stay tapped in. This is why I never take it for granted. I don't do anything until we settle down and we tap in, because you want that divine guidance from that high 5D realm, the realm of God consciousness, the realm of God consciousness, inspiration, creativity. You want it to come from that 5D realm, invigorating the 4D divine imagination. For too many years, we've hung out in mindset misery and low 4D and mindset, vain imagination, trauma, tragedy. We've been hanging out, letting that eat up our mind, taking up all that precious real estate. Well, all your children of your soul, the visions, the dreams, the ideas, the inspiration that wants to come down from the 5-dimensional realm has hit your life, but you have too many messages in your inbox and nothing else can be answered. So you alone hold the authority to decide how you will shape your reality in 2025. Let's come together to ensure that your story, the narrative you tell yourself, is one of success, abundance, and spiritual empowerment. You got to start somewhere, beloved. This is simple, but it's not easy. We often say that it's simple, but it's not easy, because it takes consistency. It takes repetition. It takes creating these new habits. In our Spiritual Success Lounge, we have a tool called the 1 in 7 that I created to help you create new habits, mindsets, and lifestyle. You know my saying, 30 days of new habits, 60 days of new mindset, 90 days of new lifestyle. Every quarter in 2025, you can create a new lifestyle every 90 days. But it starts with taking one day at a time and creating a new habit. And you don't create a new habit by trying to rebuke the old habit, doing warfare against the old habit. That's just going to keep that locked in your life, because you're sending a message to the subconscious mind that what you're focusing on is important, right? So next week, we're going to gather starting January 1 through January 7, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, for just a few moments, so that we can release a first word to set you up and establish you so that we are ready. Now, 2025 comes out to be a universal 9 year. It is also my personal number year. You should know what your personal number year is, because God is a God of numbers. Everything God created, numbers are attached to it. I am so tired of hearing church brain, closed mind, fundamentalists demonizing everything that God has put in this universe, in spiritual law, to support you. And we're going to reap the benefits of the energy and the grace that is being released with the number 9. I've already shifted over into understanding that, and we'll talk more about that and how you can use so many tools. I want to give you some tools and techniques to carry with you in 2025, so that you begin to take advantage of all that is available to you. But where do you start, beloved? You begin with acknowledging your divine sovereignty. So one thing to take away from here today, go back to your dominion mandate. Go back to Genesis 1 and read the writer, right? This is one of my primary messaging that I was given and tasked with in this 3D dimension. Genesis 1, 26 to 30. Probably every message, every teaching, anything of significance I've done over the last probably 40 years. Well, I want to go back to, at least the mid-90s is when I became really aware that this was a key part of my messaging. Let us make man after our image and likeness. Let them have dominion over. Right in there. Understanding that we are gods in this 3D realm. Sacred text declares that to you all the time. But fundamental religion kept us thinking that we were blaspheming, we were robbing God of glory to see ourselves as gods. And in my community, I don't even preface that anymore by saying small g, because all that's churchy brain. You have to embrace your God self. Understanding, this is step 2 on our spiritual success path of awakening, that everything is within. God is within. All the attributes of God are within you. Characteristics, infinite power, no end to the power that is within. We just have to learn how to use it. And that is my job. That is my assignment in this season, is to walk alongside you, aid you, support you, and help you come to the place where you too can realize all the authority that's in your life and start operating with that authority, right? So I want us to take a deep breath in. As we are at the end of the year, going into the first of the year, we're going to invite you to sow a seed. Now, sowing a seed means that you're going to name the seed, and I want you to name the seed patience and nurture. We're going to continue with this. This is all the ways you can give, screenshot it, and we're going to start working with variations of 9, right? $99.99, $9.99. Anyway, $19.99, $29. Any kind of way you want to put at least 3 9s together and start sprinkling and watering that seed of nurture and patience that's going to carry you through 2025. All right? So, beloved, I want to encourage you to just bring in the new year with a positive mindset. Join me January 1, 7 a.m. right on these platforms, and we're going to release the first word. All right? Have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day, and enjoy bringing in the new year. Bye now.